What up, people?
Hey.
It's Miche
And Triche.
So we're getting set up to do our
I
thing,
really don't
and
know
I
this is- okay.
and I wanted to press record here because I want other people to understand the nonsense that I have to put up with
You
this
put
look.
up with. Okay. I don't know what the big deal is.
What's going on right now with your outfit?
What's the problem?
What you cannot see, and I'm not going to embarrass her and dip the camera down. What you cannot see is that Triche is literally sitting here with pants around her ankles
I don't know why you're
because
in
she
my
doesn't want to take them off because
Start from the
it's
beginning.
too much to take
Start
them
from the
off.
beginning. I was wearing I didn't want, I had them on, but then when I sat down, it was so baunchy around here, and the camera legit, I feel, already adds 10 pounds, don't need it. So I didn't want all the bunch of the pant because it's not like a tights that would really go underneath this little sweater dress. So I just pulled down my pants, and then I sat down, and then you had to continue to comment about, it's still baunchy, then what is that? And I said,
Yes, because there's still something that's baunchy on this outfit. And what is it? What did you say that it is that irritates me even more?
it's my undershirt.
It's her undershirt.
I don't know why you get so mad.
First of all, we're inside of your house. It's warm
Yeah,
in here. So what
it
are
is
you
warm.
wearing an undershirt for?
You know I wear it.
So stupid.
My undershirt is seasonal. It's a seasonal wear. I only stopped wearing and it's not a true undershirt, it's really just a tank top. I always wear a tank top until we hit like summer for true. And then I will maybe stop wearing a tank top, but up until that point, I don't like to be cold.
You're in
And I don't want to have to. Yeah, okay, I've got the pant. Yeah, okay. Yes, I'm too lazy to take them off. Why? When as soon as we're done and it doesn't show all baunchy, I'm gonna pull them back up. And you know, I've got like arm issues and everything. It's a lot.
And by the way, she sat here and then she realized that she forgot to get something, and she bends over and half pulls up her leg, her pants, so she could shimmy
That's
to
right.
go and pick it up.
What's the problem? And if not for your big mouth, no one would be the wiser. Yep, that's right.
Although I will say that the other day,
See, you did something equally foolish. What?
the other day I did the same thing, and it was because, and it's so stupid when I think about it, I don't know why I just didn't take them off, but because I wanted to sit on my bed,
Yeah.
and you know I'm not sitting on my bed,
outside
with outside
clothes.
clothes. So I pulled my pants down.
You do that all the time.
same way, and I sat on my bed, but then I wanted to get something from the bathroom. So instead of pulling them up,
Tough choice.
I scooched over to the bathroom. And then I said to myself, now imagine.
No, I would have at least at that point.
Imagine
No.
if I had fallen down
Flat on
and
your
bust
face.
my head.
And then you have to tell somebody why it is you fell down and bust your head.
Not even that. Imagine if all I could do is like do it from my watch and say, and 911
No, it would
have to
alert me
bruck
because
into
you bumped yourself. Would you like
Right.
me to call? Yeah.
Yes, please call
Call
911.
help, yeah.
And imagine somebody
They
finding
came
me
in,
with
your
my
ankles
hands around my ankles.
Laid out on the floor.
Oh my lord, I'd be so embarrassed.
You should be. I take a picture. See, but I'm just sitting here. I wouldn't actually. No, at that point, it's either take them off or pull them up. I'm literally just going to be sitting here. And see, now my legs feel a little chilly too. So I feel like I should pull them. I'm not going to, but I feel like I could easily pull them up.
I can't.
You don't have to. You didn't have to talk about any of this to begin with. You could have just let it go.
I could have, but I couldn't.
To each his own.
Because this is utter nonsense.
Whatever. You love me. It's fine.
Ugh.
We are
Because I
who we
have
are.
to.
Wow. You don't.
No, you're right, I don't.
No.
But I do.
Of course you do. What's not to love? Would you like to
Anyhow,
get, yeah, what are we
yeah,
really
I think
talking
that
about today?
I think that this is actually, I think this is a great segue into if you lived by yourself.
Oh, Lord. Sorry. Too excited?
You go way too
Sorry,
excited there.
sorry.
Yes.
Okay.
If you lived by yourself.
Yeah.
And then you started living with somebody else, what would you stop doing?
To be honest, I don't know that I'd stop doing much. Really. I am who I am. Take it or leave it.
Okay.
So I think that's like even when we were dating, I established early on, these are the things that I do, these are things that are going to happen. Take it or leave it. And plus now at this age, too late to change. But I am imagining for anybody else who lives with a whole bunch of other people for family or whatever the reason, like, I think I'd be really excited to live by myself for a minute. It might get lonely because you're used to other people and noise, but that is my dream, to like clean my house.
And then nobody can come back in it.
No, and then just have it clean. Like, just stay and be clean. Right. I've asked for that for Christmas. I'd like my house to be, like, professionally cleaned, but then you all have to leave for, like, 2 to 3 days because I just want to enjoy the cleanliness. Listen, anyone else who has children and lives with them, you understand. I feel like people will get that.
Sometimes it's not even just children.
Then you have no excuse. I don't get that. It's one thing if I make my own mess, then that's on me, but this isn't me making my own mess. That's what upsets me.
I understand. But sometimes other people, when they're in your house and you're just like, really? Do you really? You couldn't pick that up or clean that up?
Do you think you could live with somebody else? Okay, so what would you give up? Because you do live alone now.
Well...
Listen, nothing. Go on.
If it was the pulling down of my pants...
Why is that a big deal? Who cares?
I don't know. I don't think it's a big deal, but you also know that I do it. Like, I don't, my couch thing.
So the question, your own question, I'm not even going to get into all of your nuances, we'll say. Do you think you could live with somebody else at this point? I love you and I don't think you could. Full time.
I think that I could, because, I've had people stay with me,
Staying and living is not
the same. Yeah, I know it's not the same because they're not going anywhere.
Because you've got a countdown, I'm sure, going in your head. They're coming back. I only have to tolerate this for like X amount of more hours or days.
It's not tolerate. I mean, because I do... No, it's not tolerate. Okay. I got my things that I don't like. But that's why I think that it would be important, though, that if I did, like, let's just say I got married or I was, serious with somebody, I think that we would have to have a separate home. I don't think that I could have somebody, like, move into my space because, I got, like a neutral
new home.
Yeah. So then we could, like, make those rules.
Wait, finish that sentence because you've got all the... I was being nice and polite earlier and I said nuances, but what would you say? You've got all your...
I think I like things done a certain way or things, handled a certain way.
For the record, can I just sidebar for a moment? Because I'd like to cross my legs. I'm like, oh wait, maybe this wasn't a good idea. Because inevitably I just like to cross at the ankles. That's okay.
A sidebar to that sidebar.
Yep.
I hate when we're driving.
I always cross my legs.
And you cross your legs.
Okay, so no, ask somebody else because I think that's a normal thing.
Weird.
Why is that weird? Does anyone else cross their legs when you're the passenger? What's the problem?
I sometimes I
don't know. I just automatically do that. You're just sitting.
Is it a little people leg thing?
Fuck you.
Is that what it is? Like you cross your feet, and I don't get it.
And anyone who's under 5'5", be offended that she just called you a little person type thing. That's not average.
A little person thing.
That's not. I am above average height. Oh my lord.
All right,
it's just comfortable. You're crossing your legs right now.
No, that's right now. I don't sit in a car and automatically.
But it's the same thing. You're just sitting there.
I'm just gonna cross my legs.
You're just sitting there. It's the same thing. You just cross your legs automatically.
Cross my legs. I never cross my legs when I sit in the car.
Cross my legs because I'm a lady. Anyways, sorry.
Your definition of a lady.
Wow.
But anyways.
Okay.
Yeah, because a lady would never do what you're doing right now and have her pants around her ankles.
Again, a real lady wouldn't talk somebody else's business to the world. Moving on.
Okay, what were we talking about?
Oh, what would you call your...
No, I would just say that those are just things, the things that I like.
Things that we like.
Yeah.
Okay.
But again, and that's why I think that it would have to be like neutral territory because think about, so I know for myself that if I've gone into other people's homes, and I'm sure other people can relate to this, when I've gone to other people's homes, they have their rules or the way that they like things to be done, like squeegeeing in a shower. Pardon? Oh no, you have to use the squeegee and you squeegee the shower. Like every time I'm done showering. Yeah, so then we had a rhythm where I would shower first and he would shower after me so he could do this squeegee business.
We listen and we don't judge.
Shut up.
That's what I'm going to go with on that one. Because I would appreciate going into the bathroom after that, but I'm not going to squeegee after every shower I take.
No!
The goal is to get out and stay warm for as long as possible and just I don't have time to stop and squeegee. You're going to make me chilly. No thanks.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no,
and like the squeegee thing is like hung up in everything, so you don't even forget that. Oh, I got a squeegee. I got a squeegee. All the soap scum and everything to make sure it doesn't.
Okay, so what was your own original question?
Well, you know that there's only one thing that I do with you and not anybody else, so I wouldn't be able to do that.
What's that? What's that, Miche? What? You said it.
I find it it's so embarrassing, which is why I would never do it in front of anybody else except for you.
But now you're gonna tell everybody. I love it. Go ahead.
You know when you just get like, and I don't drink a lot of pop or anything like that. It is very rare. But when I do, and you just get that pop, and that's the only time I ever really want to drink a pop is like if I glug, like I just want to guzzle it.
But it almost hurts, but yes, I get it.
But I just want to guzzle it. And then because I guzzled it, it like produces like a disgustingly great, deep,
gross
belch. And I only do it in front of the drink.
Yay me!
Mm-hmm. I've never done it, and I mean
really?
It's like a
like she does a little face and everything, and it's a look of pleasure that she gets from doing it. And then I say what I always say: "You're what? Such a
sow."
That's right. You're such a sow,
yeah. And I'm okay with it.
Really, you've never done that in front of anybody else?
No.
Oh, aren't I special?
Yeah, you are special. That's what I say. You're the only person I do it in front of. I do it by myself. Okay. And it does give me pleasure. I don't know why. I really don't know why.
A great, release from deep within?
I don't know, because it's like, and it's so deep.
You see how she just did that? She really leans into that. Like,
yeah, I do.
It's a whole face that goes with it.
It's
awful.
It's so deep. Like, you've heard it, obviously.
Obviously.
Yeah.
It's quite...
yeah, it does. It brings me
okay,
pleasure.
so you stopped doing that?
I couldn't do that in front of somebody else.
See, I'd be like, this is what I like to do for pleasure every now and again. And then, give them more. You're... this way, yeah, I would.
I couldn't do that.
No, I'm not. I don't feel... If I'm living with you, that means we're up here. I'm not censoring myself. I'm not being anything else. I'm not. Take it or leave it.
Okay, but in general, I do not censor myself because it is what it is. That's what I tell people. Take it or leave it. This is it. It's probably not going to change maybe 5-10 pounds up or down. Basically. Maybe that, but personality-wise, unless something extremely tragic happens to me, this is what it is. It's not going to get any better. I will make some changes, absolutely, but this is what it is.
Compromise on things, but essential things.
Yes.
I remember when we were dating, and I was that if this we go the distance, understand I will have multiple watches, multiple shoes and purses. Because I have a little OCD thing about matching. So therefore, as a result of that, these are the things that I undertake. And there's just I have certain little things.
But see, you're setting expectations.
I set expectations early on. Right. And that's what I'm saying. So that's why this is all of me. Love it or leave it.
And that's why I tell people, I mean, if you see a piece of tail that's better than mine, then by all means go. You don't have to cheat. You don't have to lie. You don't have to anything. I'm not going to pour acid on anybody, scratch your face off. I'm not doing any of that. Okay, later.
Deuces.
Right.
Okay.
So I get that, but that is kind of the deep belch and, the pleasure that I clearly get out of it. Clearly. It's kind of gross.
It's very unladylike. It's very unladylike.
It's very unladylike.
Bordering gross, yes.
Yeah. So I don't think I could, I've never done that in front of my wedding.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. That's interesting. I can't think of one thing that I've only done in front of Brent and nobody else. No, you all get it all.
Yeah.
You and Brent equally. Probably I do the most oversharing about things with the two of you, but equally so. I'll just drop it right in our chat.
I wish that I could share.
No, you cannot.
But I would never do that.
No, you would not.
I would never do it. But I wish, if sometimes if you saw some of the things.
Right. And then you both just go, exactly. Because, it's who I am.
Yeah.
Okay,
no,
that's interesting. Okay,
yeah, so I don't think there's...
Okay.
All right. I don't know.
No, I don't.
I really wouldn't... Oh, I wouldn't eat out of the pot. I wouldn't do that.
I don't.
Nope.
Is that like a singles thing? Actually, no. I mean, I've done it. Like not like a meal.
No, like, you know, like if I made like mashed potatoes and you know the pot's gonna keep it like nice and hot because you know how much I love hot food. So if it's gonna keep it nice and hot, yeah. Sometimes because it's a smaller pot, so sometimes I'll take it to the table. I don't think we should.
Okay, see, I think no, it's very illuminating. I have eaten like sampled at the pot while it's still in the stove. Have I just like walked off with the pot and just eaten?
Oh, absolutely. Okay.
I think like university I did that once with like mac and cheese. With the hot maybe?
Well, I can't put the hot thing on the table. I have to put it on.
But if you're already sitting at the table, why not just put it on a plate at that point?
But you know I don't sit at the table.
True. Okay,
so I don't sit at my living room, dining room table. I don't ever sit there to eat a meal. The only time that I've sat there is maybe if I'm with somebody else, but rarely do I sit there.
At the table and eating by myself.
It seems too lonely. I think because we grew up in such an environment where it was always loud. Like the first thing I do when I get home, I turn on the TV because I need the noise.
Really?
Yeah, I need the noise all the time, just in the background. Like I don't even know what is on, but I just need the noise.
I don't need it immediately. Like after, like, you know, I've been home on weekends where like they're all gone. And at first it's like, woohoo! And it's, you know, but then by like the following day, I'm like, woohoo. Oh. Hello?
You see, but there's a difference though. And then if you think about like our house and how we grew up, like it was always,
people were always,
yeah, it was always
there and or loud and everyone.
Yeah, it was, and it's not even like we had like a bag of people in our house all the time.
No, but even in this house, I think I'm used to that also. Like the kids, and that's always what we wanted is to, I would rather you be at our house.
Sure, absolutely.
Bring whoever you want over. Everyone is welcome to come and hang out. So they would do that. They still come now. Now it's girlfriends though and such. Mm-hmm. Fine. But yeah, so there's always kind of people around or stopping by. Get a lot of pop-ins.
Yeah.
A lot of pop-ins. I would miss that. But no, I don't think, like, I'm okay to eat at the table. Mind you, I'm usually doing something, like, on my phone. I'm not just sitting there, like...
But it's also not a regular thing that you're sitting there by yourself. Whereas, to me, if I sit at the table, I feel like it just feels lonely to me.
I can see that.
Because, I mean, when we were growing up, we always sat at the table to eat dinner as a family.
Except for Saturday.
That's right. It's the only time you're allowed to eat downstairs.
Friday and Saturday, because Friday was fun for yourself, where you can make whatever you want to eat for yourself. Saturday was, because we were allowed to, that was our family night of watching TV together. Yeah. Yes.
And we all would be in the basement.
Yeah. Right?
But other than that, no. So
no, I don't think I've like straight like really eaten, like I've sampled out of the pot, of course, a few times, maybe gone back a few times. Well, did we finish off the pot? Okay, so that's a few things that you would change up, perhaps.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. Well, look at us all learning new things today about each other. Do other people eat out of the pot? Like, I'm not opposed to the pot thing. I think I keep going back to it because I don't. But wait, is that all you're eating is potatoes? You just eat the potato by, like, no protein?
Sometimes I just like, sometimes you just feel for some mashed potatoes.
I love my potato and I'll just eat that straight. But, okay, but if you...
I don't usually do it like, I won't usually do that for, like, dinner.
Okay.
Well, maybe I have.
No,
I have. I don't know.
I'm not judging. We listen, we don't
really?
judge.
Your face is saying something else.
Because I'm curious. I'm trying to understand. Like, I could just eat potato on its own.
No, I'm pretty sure. No.
But like mashed potatoes, I think I would want something else.
No, I ate mashed potatoes on their own.
Somehow to me, mashed potatoes on its own is not a meal. I will eat French fries on their own all day, every day as a meal. Roasted potatoes also, I can dig as a meal. Who was it? One of my friends, because at lunchtime, sometimes I would just go get a side of potatoes. Yeah. And that would be my lunch. Right. With some garlic sauce.
Yeah.
From the Mediterranean place. Mm-hmm. And he's like, that is so stupid.
No,
that's not a meal.
Oh, no,
I'm like, that is 100% a meal and it's fantastic.
It's freaking fantastic.
I don't know that I've had just mashed potatoes alone as a meal. For some reason I feel like that needs something like...
Because then it's like in the pot and then you put like a dollop of like butter on top. Sure. So now it's like nice and hot and then...
No, I get it. I just... Okay. We listen, but we don't judge. Yeah.
Okay. So, does anybody else eat it? You cannot tell me that no one else eats out of the pot.
I'm sure people do. I'm just curious, like, would you, like, put a full meal in the pot?
No.
Okay, so that's okay.
I would never put a full meal. No, I would never put a full meal.
Yes, your mom is so proud of you right now.
I'm sure she is.
She's so embarrassed.
She is. I know she
You
is.
eat it out of a pot? Yeah.
Yeah, she would say absolutely that, and she'd be disgusted by the fact that I would eat out of a pot.
Mm-hmm.
But absolutely.
Because even just putting a pot on the dining room table, like, without putting it in a serving dish.
Guys, not
or
even
the kitchen table.
It's my coffee table.
Like, I have to, no, but I mean, even when I've done that, like, I don't want to put in serving dishes we're just going to eat.
No, she doesn't like it.
No.
That is
the serving dishes
proper.
are right there. I'm like, I know, but Mom, I don't want to, can we just,
I know.
it stays hot and it's a whole thing. It's very improper.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. And I agree, it is, but sometimes who cares? I'm still going to eat
this
the same way.
This is what I'm saying. I'm by myself. Who's seeing this?
No one, because we listen and we don't judge.
I'm going to be judged 6 ways from Sunday.
100. I do. But in my head, out here, we listen but we don't judge.
I can see it all over your face.
I know you can, but some other times, some people I say, and they take it like they take it like I'm really not. And sometimes I really am. That's inside voices.
Sure. Okay. Sure.
All right. Well, I think that's enough.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Cheers.
Yeah. Cheers.
Let us know if you eat out of a pot. Until next time, Miche and Triche, don't forget to like and subscribe. Cheers.
Cheers.